gone pop.
Lequona.
Yeah. And Bradl's
got one as well.
And Frankie Morbidelli, all on the same lap.
Still, Joan Mir. This has been a masterclass from Joan Mir. Well, right back in the days when we saw him in Moto 3, we thought, particularly brake-wise, he used that rear brake such a lot in Moto 3, it looked like he could be a good MotoGP rider.
Frankie's his crew chief, that's the gentleman we spoke to on the grid. And Frankie said, you cannot believe when you look at his data, this kid is so talented.
He's being given some advice from pit lane, mapping 3, David Luki. They want the win, but they don't want the win at all costs. If
He's basically
backing it off a little bit right now, just to save that motor a little bit. Only got 5 engines, no concessions at Suzuki. Really? Oh, there he goes. It'll be in pieces if he comes straight through with a Honda on it. So through goes Nakagami. Now then, the 10 laps to go, still a long way yet. Mir back to Nakagami, 1.6 seconds at the line. Nakagami should bully that Ducati. It must have been
he made a mistake.
Yeah, Nakagami had to have made a mistake there. Whoa, Jack sideways. Look at Lucio. You're going grey, Lucio. Good reason to as well, I have to say.
Yep.
Joan Mir on his way to his first ever MotoGP win. Straight back, and I'm not talking about just MotoGP, I'm talking about Moto2 and Moto3 as well. Spectacular day. Spectacular air display in the lunchtime as well. Who was it for? Just to keep the paddock, I think, amused. And of course, the guard, we keep talking about it. It's happening right in front of us. Mir, Nakagami, Miller, Pole Esposo. Lequona is 9th, Quartararo 10th, Valentino Rossi down in 11th with Petrucci, Vinales.
Binder's closing in on that group in front.
As he would. Free air at the front, he's not going to want pole. Oh, that's a biggie for, that looks like Maverick. Maverick's gone in, in hard at turn 1. Well, they're going to call that, it's going to be dash. Mir is going to be so upset.
Oh, they've got it. Yeah,
red flag. It has to be because the airbag's gone pop. Yeah, once the airbag's gone. They talked about it in the lead-up, didn't they, to this race meeting?
I believe that.
Wow.
What a horrible... To jump the brake, there's no brake. Look at the speed of that.
Wow, that's gone in hard, eh? What about that camera? That's a tough camera. Bails out, literally just jumped off it when he had no brake. Wow. You don't see that very often. What great cameras. And it's such an unexpected thing in your visor, in your vision. Great camera work from Dorna.
Yeah, that's another engine.
It's gone! Oh, and that was a right mess for Rins. Rins got a jump and then it went backwards, so Rins has lost out on this race. So he's running massively wide. But look at the lead that Mir has got already. And that'll keep him safe down at turn 3, which is where in turn 3 we are then. Mir goes in, Miller goes in, Pole Espargaro goes in. Round the outside goes Nakagami. This is going to be bravery on the brakes, and both these guys are good at it. Jack Miller gets underneath Mir. Can he pull it back? Natty, absolutely fantastic stuff. I'll tell you what, if it'd been a lap later, and he'd have been more confident perhaps of his grip at that point. Jack Miller again gets away on the 43, the 44 of Pole Espargaro 3rd, and then must be Miguel Oliveira. Dovizioso gets a reasonable start, but he's only in 6th place. He's going to have to work hard if he's going to want to get to the front of here. Let's restart.
And Dovi's coming, he's going to get past Binder up the straight here, despite... Oh no,
well, for Dovizioso. Back straight. Down toward the track, very physical part of the track. Jack Miller, oh, look at that. The KTM just slotted in there. So we've got a Pramac Ducati out front and just so many different motorbikes that are behind that we wouldn't have expected. Underneath, that's Oliveira.
No, it's not over yet. This one
really isn't.
Yeah, Binder's got the inside for the next corner.
Well, that's exactly what we expected, isn't it? Everybody's scrapping.
Yeah.
Proper short race scrap. And again, get
Pole Espargaro.
Yeah, after Pole Espargaro.
Dovi, that's late.
And good. Brilliant stuff, but is he then front straight?
Poor Nakagami's been sort of beaten up.
Yeah, I think
ended up sort of dropping back.
He's not got a way back in this. And I'll tell you what, Jack Miller got nabbed last time out by Joan Mir. Mir will be looking to mug him again this weekend. 3.9, 1:23.9 for Jack Miller. That's a great lap time. Really cool indeed. Just 0.4 off a qualifying time that Miller put down just that.
But what's happened is, so Miller's swapped tyres completely. He's gone for a soft front and a soft rear.
Perfect.
He's gone for basically a qualifier.
Everything will be just right. They won't have to wind that bike down at all if they get towards the end of a race. It was all a bit tight on fuel, wasn't it, here over 28?
Is with the softer tyres, will they last 12 laps? Well, yeah, they should last 12 laps.
With this temperature as well.
Yeah.
It's lower temperature trying to hunt him down, though. Those two, no love lost, as you heard Hodgie say a minute ago.
Yeah, he's catching him.
Paul Espargaro said that Miguel had already crashed by the time he got to him. He said some people are blessed with more intelligence than others, which I think is calling somebody thick. I didn't get it at first.
All last week, and
but they both said they were friends,
and as
it's really amusing.
As always, the beauty of MotoGP or motorcycle racing to do right now.
Well, Miguel's right there in 4th place, chasing down Paul Espargaro, but it ain't over and done with. It's Valentino Rossi, middle of this short 12-lap restarted MotoGP of Styria.
Meanwhile, the championship lead behind the Aprilia. And Alex Marquez, the rookie, on the Honda.
Look, we keep talking about points behind Fabio Quartararo in the championship at this point.
Yep.
We've seen a KTM win for the first time. We've seen a KTM pole.
Why not? Literally, why not?
See where Binder ends up at the end of this. See where Quartararo and Dovizioso end. Championship is looking exciting. 8 laps to go then.
So, yeah, 4 laps gone. Now,
well, light fuel load, soft tyres for some. It was always going to be 12 Scandinavian flick as Paul Espargaro duffs up Mir. Paul Espargaro is going for the win on the KTM. He's after. Paul Espargaro will bite that screen and will give it everything he's got. He's not shy. He goes to Honda next year. He leaves it down. Oh, who's that running on? Quartararo. 13th place for Quartararo. It's Alex Marquez on the factory Repsol Honda behind him. The 21 of Franco Morbidelli looking to get by if he can. Going on between Miller. Paul Espargaro's closed him down. Mir's still there. Look at that, Suzuki just doesn't quite pick up. It has been today as well. Maybe he ran out of tyres, because that looks to me like the Suzuki.
Yeah, you're right. He had no grip on the rear
at all. Suzuki an opportunity as well, but I think the KTM's got enough top end to keep him at bay. Certainly has. But I think that Suzuki as well, he's up the inside of Mir. Mir's going nowhere. So the Suzuki's efforts have been thwarted here with this shortened race. So Jack Miller, can Jack do it? Can Jack hang on? 6.5 laps to go of the 12 lap. And now it's Paul Espargaro for KTM that's looking to try and make it 2 wins for KTM at their programme to try and get these KTM RC16s there. There's Hervé Poncharal, that's the Tech 3 team.
Who's been racing, you know, a team owner for how many years? 30 years.
As long as I've been around.
Never.
They were stalwarts at Yamaha, but here comes that very quick-looking KTM on Jack Miller's Prata. Yamaha, in the end, went to the Sepang International Circuit Petronas team, and he picked decision, didn't it? Oh, look at Paul, that's tight. That was really tight. If Jack hadn't just been a little bit wide there, you get the feeling that he can do this without having to be too much of a bully. 5 and a bit laps to go. Mir seems to have settled back. Binder's in 6th place, but he won't be there for long if he can help it. And then it's Nakagami that isn't going to have an opportunity. It would
4 races so far this year, and in 2 of them he's been taken out. He has had no luck at all.
He's going to ease Jack up to the curb. He doesn't have to. He's got it all done. So through goes Paul Espargaro at turn 9. This is turn from the Ducati. He almost thwarted him. Pit Byra and the team are all looking on. Oliveira looking as well. Surely not a one. That's taken him out of the equation. That lets Dovizioso off anyway. Nakagami will move up into that 6th place. Now there seems to do it with ease though, and he makes the. I was going to say he made the apex, and Paul Espargaro didn't. To put the Tech 3 KTM on the top step. This is gonna be an end. Does it on Mir?
Will Mir getting back here?
No. Don't think Mir's got the grip.
No, I agree.
I think the Suzuki or whatever.
Well, he's got this. He's got another medium in it, but that's what he went with. But maybe it's the same tyre.
Leaps away from the Ducati of Jack Miller. Miguel Oliveira, nice long sweeping lap here from Miguel Oliveira. Will he look at the inside? Oliveira to do that. 4 laps to go. Dovi's coming.
Can you imagine the celebrations if Paul wins? I mean, he will explode.
Emotional, there's no doubt. He's looking good though. He's looking calm on that KTM. But Dovizioso, has Dovi got in that wide old sideways line down at turn 3? Back to what? 2nd gear. And 4. onto the rev limiter. The soft rev limiter bounces in. Polish Spargo a little bit sideways on the way in here. Jack and find the grip. 3 and a bit laps to go. Mir's not over and done with yet. In the grain up, left-hand side. So maybe it's the front tyre that's causing the problem, not the rear.
He started, look, 24 laps the front.
That's what it's done. If he pushes it on that,
he will be down.
Yep,
and that's why, obviously, he was going to win that first race. And look at it.
It all went pear-shaped when he got to the second one. Maybe there is some God after all in the KTM camp that has got an attack left in him. If he's close, he's going to have a go.
And it's the same with Oliveira.
Yeah, say that again. Still Mir there, but Dovizioso in 4th place. Has he got anything left?
Dovic would be absolutely perfect.
In the mirror. Dovizioso, we look back at Brad Binder is in 8th place, Valentino Rossi 9th at the moment. Ika Lecuona only 10th for him, he'll be disappointed, but points are up for grabs here, massive points are up for grabs. 25 points for a win, we don't worry about that. Dobby knows that. Polish Spargo, can he hang on? 2 laps to go. Surely they'll be aware as well not to run onto the green. We've seen some of that. You lose your last lap, you get put back a place if you run onto the green. Clean and tidy over the last 2.6 miles. So, penultimate lap.
I'm going to repeat what I've said. Polish Spargo is the more motions. He's got 2 laps leading. If he can do 2 perfect laps, without any mistake to territory, he's had 1 MotoGP podium in 7 years of racing.
109 Grand Prix for Polish. Step of the podium, Polish Spargo for KTM looking to equal Brad Binder's Brno. 1st place for KTM. Equally, if he doesn't hold it together, he will be so devastated. I'd be amazed to see him back. Will he get over there? 2.6 miles to go, just over.
See, I'd be giving him, they need to give him plus 0.3. Going to go defensive. If he does the perfect lap time now, they can't catch him. He's just done a 24.1. If he does another 24.1, he'll defensive.
But a rider sometimes needs it taken out. I'm sure he will have said, I want exactly what it is on my board, otherwise they wouldn't have given him
time by going defensive. Look how much time he's lost.
Too much. You have called it absolutely spot on, Hodgie.
Just give him
and here comes Jack on the brakes up into turn 4.
There you go.
The management may have given this away. You're so right, Hodgie. I can't Jack.
And look who's behind him.
Right on it. Miguel Oliveira is going to look to try and relegate
him.
He is going to hate him, Camp. Neil Hodgson, you called it spot on. So, Jack Miller, is he going to? Polish Spargo goes up the inside. Surely. Can't keep it down. Last corner coming up. Corner coming up. Miller's going to go.
Oh, it's tight.
At the line, who went on the green stuff? Oliveira takes the win for Tech 3. That is Hervé Podrol, Guy Coudon. Corner coming up. Miller's going to go.
Oh, it's tight.
At the line, who went on the green stuff? Oliveira takes the win for Tech 3. That is Hervé Podrol, Guy Coudon. Corner coming up. Miller's going to go.
Oh, it's tight.
At the line, who went on the grey stuff? Oliveira takes the win for Tech 3. That is her.